Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh. There is a disease that we all have, and it's the root cause of our separation from God. It's why we are living right now, why we are here right now. It's why we are breathing, we are living this life, why we're watching this video right now. And it's what drives us to do every single thing in life. With every step we take, with every breath that we take, this disease is there. And this disease is like a baggage on us. It stays with us even after we die. And it's why we get stuck in this cycle of birth and death and birth and death. And this disease, it makes us laugh in happiness, but it makes us cry in sadness. And that might sound normal. That might sound like just how it's supposed to be, but it's not. We're supposed to be in eternal bliss. We're supposed to be in constant bliss. We're supposed to be connected back with that one, with God. So what is this disease? What is this thing that is stopping you from connecting to that one? What is this disease that is holding us back? What is it? And what is it? What is this disease? How is this disease so powerful that it keeps us away from that one? How it keeps humanity away from that one? Before I get into that, Sikhi is beautiful, man, and that's why I'm making these videos. That's why I want to spread the name of Waheguru. And that's why I've made Sikhi coaching to help anyone just like me who was in the position where they were clueless, they didn't know about Sikhi, they were raised in a Sikh household, or they weren't, and they just want to get into Sikhi, but they just don't know how to. And the red is so hard for them to, the discipline is so hard for them to instill in their daily routine. And I can help you with that. I can help you integrate Sikhi into your life. I can help you bring the reds on. I can help you bring more knowledge on to connect with that one. But that is obviously your choice. It's all in your hands. Ape Vij, Ape Khao. So go check that out in the top link in the description below. If you don't want to pay for a membership with me, then keep on watching my videos. So as I was saying, this disease is called Haumai, which literally translates to I, me. So just like I, me, myself. And it's the thought that you're separated from that one. It's the thought that you're separated from everything. That you're not a part of you're not a part of this world, you're not a part of the one. And in other terms, it's called ego. And ego is our self-centered drive. It's doing things with a selfish mindset, with the mindset that it's for ourselves, to benefit ourselves, to fulfill our needs, and make us happy. But this selfish drive separates us from God. It separates us from that one. And there can only be one thing. It can either be that one, or it can be ego. Because where there is ego, there is not that one. Ego doesn't allow the one to come in. There is no truth in that ego. That ego is a lie. And a funny analogy of this is, if you get the word me and you get the word God and you put them together, then the word that's splitting me and God is ego. Me, ego, odd. Me, God. God, you are separated from God. And it is that ego that is attacking you. That ego is holding you back. That Haumai is holding you back. That is the wall between you and that one. And it's just a wall. It's just one thing, yeah? But it's so thick. It's so hard to penetrate. It's not easy to get through it all. And an example of ego is doing something for someone in return for a reward, expecting something back from them. But you're helping that person out of your own selfish needs. You're helping that person for yourself. And a lot of people make the same mistake when they go to the Gurdwara and do seva. Seva is a big example of this. When you go to the Gurdwara and wash some dishes or do some type of seva, don't respect anything in return. Don't respect any reward in return. Doing seva, doing the selfless service, that was the reward. It was being that servant. It was lowering yourself, putting yourself below people and doing their seva, helping them, just out of kindness, just because you love the one so much, just because you love Waheguru so much. That's why you did it. And that was your reward. Doing the actual seva was your reward. Not actually just doing seva to get a reward. But with ego, you start placing yourself above people. You start slandering them, you start making fun of them. And a lot of people, this happens at school and everything, where you just start making fun of this one guy, and then eventually when it comes around, because what goes around comes around, when it comes around and it comes back to you and you get made fun of, you feel so bad. But you felt so good making fun of him. You felt so good slandering him. You felt so good taking the mick out of him. But when it comes to you, oh, it's a whole different scenario. Oh, I'm better than him. Why am I getting slandered? Why are people making fun of me? And this Haumai, this ego, causes death and destruction in our lives. Quite literally death and destruction. Because you keep on getting born, you keep on getting born. Because you will never connect with that one. You'll never get out of this cycle of suffering if you still have ego. And in your life it creates chaos. Because you don't lower yourself. And you don't get that eternal bliss. You get stuck in this one place. When you let go of ego, when you lower yourself, you understand that this is not just me. I am not just here. We are here. The one is here. I am the one. This is the one. I'm experiencing the one. And that's why we must cure it. That's why we must cure ego. Because when ego is cured, then only can we connect with the one. Only then. Ego must be destroyed. It must be taken away. And it's not an easy thing to do. It takes years upon years upon years to reverse what people have done to their minds. Ego has been building up, for me personally, ego has built up so much. Since I started this self-improvement thing about 2 years ago, self-improvement's more about like, oh yeah, boost your ego, boost your confidence, you're that guy, be that guy, go out there, alpha, whatever, you know. It's just like, it makes you egotistical, makes you believe that you're someone different. And in some sense, like, it did help me. It really helped me to get where I am today. But if I just understood that ego and confidence are two different things, and that when you have confidence in yourself, when you're charismatic, when you actually believe in yourself, that's fine. But when you're egotistical and you start placing yourself above people, when you start separating yourself away from people and just telling them that you're better, that is not good. That's not good for your mental health, and that's not good for their mental health. But when you have confidence, you drive so fast, you penetrate through life, and that confidence will reflect on other people around you. So how do we cure this Haumai? How do we cure this ego? And the first step is to simply just understand that everything is happening within Hukum, within God's will. Everything is happening within Hukum. Right now you're watching this video because of God's will. You don't have any control. You are breathing right now because of God's will. You're looking right now because of God's will. You're hearing right now because of God's will. I'm sitting here in a park recording this video because of God's will. Because of Hukum. Everyone is within Hukum. Hukum hai andar sabko, bahar hukum na koe. No one is beyond Hukum. No one. Everyone is within this hukum. So if you think you're in control, let that go. Because it's not you. It's the bigger picture. That one is in control. And if you deny this, then there's another line that just comes after Hukm andar sabko baar hukum na koe. Nanak hukme je bujhe ta Haumai kehe na koe. When Nanak says his hukum, when Nanak gives his hukum, if you deny it, if you say that, oh yeah, I'm not within hukum, you're speaking with ego. You're speaking with pure ego, and you need to let go of it. Nanak hukme je bujhe ta Haumai kehe na koe. That Haumai is stopping you from realizing that we are all within hukum, that we are all part of this one. But we've just strayed away a bit, and we need to just connect back. We're still part of the one, but we're not aware of it. And that's why we're not in eternal bliss. Because once you understand that everything is within hukum, you start letting go. You sit back and you take this whole new mindset. You understand that, oh, this bad thing happened to me yesterday. My parents told me off. This happened. I fell out with my friend. And you start to relax and you start to realize that, oh, that was just God's will. It was going to happen anyway. And then you'll look forward. And obviously I'm not saying, don't just think, oh yeah, hukum, that's it. It's all God's fault. It's not my fault, because that's also Haumai. That's also separating yourself. You're within it. So don't use hukum as an excuse like, oh yeah, hukum, I accidentally stabbed and murdered someone. That was hukum. Obviously it was hukum at the end of the day if you did it. But ape vij ape khao. What you plant is what you grow. So Maharaj Guruji still tells us that it is within our hands. Yeah? And that you should not forget that all of what you're doing is in your hands. Everything that you do, all of that karam is within your hands. But it's all within God's will. So don't use hukum as an excuse, obviously. Ape vij ape khao. Put the right seeds in, plant the right seeds, and let hukum do the rest. And once you understand this, you start having eternal bliss. Once you fully, like I'm talking properly, understand this, like just believe it, accept it, you will have eternal bliss. And it's helped me so much to just let go of my ego. Like if someone makes fun of me, I'm like, it's just hukum. If I like, sometimes, when you stub your toe on like, I don't know, the wall or the stairs or something, I'm just sitting there, instead of like shouting, swearing, I'm like, oh, it's just hukum. If someone does something, like my friend smashed my glass jar thing, I just instantly, I just said it's hukum to myself. Obviously I'm not going to tell it to him, but it just helps you calm down. It helps you get back to that state. And that's what you need. You need to understand, you need to accept that everything is in the will of the one. And if you whine, if you moan, if you get annoyed, that it's not going to change anything. That you might as well just sit here. When someone dies, it was hukum for them to leave this world. Don't get attached to them. I know it's hard to say that. I know obviously if my mum died, I'd be sad internally. But I'd be happy. I'd be happy because it was hukum. And it just had to happen one day. And that is how you let go of your ego. When you realize there's this higher power. And that you're equal to this higher power. You're not even below this higher power. You're equal to it. But so is everyone else. That this power is actually within you. But you need to realize it. You just need to realize it. That this jyot, this light within you, imagine a light within you, but it's covered with so much dirt, so much filth around it, so you can't even see the light. Just like the sun was shining a minute ago, and the clouds have now covered it. You can't see that light, can you? You can't see the sun, but it's still there. It's not gone. You just like that, you have that light within you. But the ego, that's the mess, that's the dirt that covers that light, that covers that true one within you. You are God, but you struggle to realize it. You struggle to realize it because of your ego. That's where you have to start. Start placing yourself below people. Start understanding that God is in control of everything, and you have nothing over this. You have nothing. You can't do anything about this. And then that's when you lower yourself just enough to start treating people nicer, to start building good karam. And once you let go of this ego, that is a straight ticket to mukti. You will get mukti, because when you leave this ego, when you leave this attachment, when you leave your panj jod, yeah. And once you start jumping na, that is a straight ticket to mukti. This is a massive thing. Ego is a massive thing. Don't underestimate it. That's all I have for today. This was quite an important video. Ego is one of the most biggest things. Haumai is repeated so much in Barney. It's repeated so much because that is what's stopping us to get to that one. So please, please try to remove it, because that will get you onto the next level. If you enjoyed, subscribe. I've got a Khalsa Brotherhood in the second link in the description below. Just people like me and you who want to get on this path, so you can just check that out. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow is not a promise. So do what you can today. Let go of your ego. Start letting go of your ego today. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Forgive me for all the mistakes made in this video.